Hello, I am Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And we are back to solve Hunt-A-Killer Initiation, Episode 3. Spoiler alert for those of you out there who may not be familiar with these videos. Every month, Hunt-A-Killer sends us the latest in their murder mystery subscription series. We sit down, go through all the clues, and attempt to solve every puzzle, every riddle, and every crime inside it.
We do our damnedest with the help of a live chat on Facebook.
Yes, absolutely. You can watch these live and contribute if you follow us on social media. We put out announcements of when we're going to do the videos, and then we do them live on Facebook.com/TheHauntedSponge. Yep. But then, as always, everything gets posted over on YouTube.com/TalkBomb so that you can watch it at your leisure.
Exactly.
We've got every single Hunt-A-Killer box to date.
Yeah, in
including
existence.
Empty Faces.
Yep.
And
the Supernatural Hunt-A-Killer series.
Oh, hell yeah.
I know.
And
it's
including
so
all the premium boxes except for Hawthorne Junction.
Right.
Which I'm hearing such good things about. We got to do it.
We'll get to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to say before we really get started, this is the first time, I said this over on the Empty Faces series, but this is the first time that I'm doing a Hunt-A-Killer live stream as an employee of this company. Up until this point, I did not work for the people that put these murder mysteries in this box and send them to me. Now I do. It's awesome. I assure you. I know just as little as I did before I got hired by them.
I think you'll see.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I think
sure
it's
this
gonna
video
be-
will be proof of that.
It's going to be embarrassingly evident that I don't know what's going on. I work in it. I can't tell you what I do.
It's a
just leave it that
secret.
way.
Isn't
Yeah.
that sweet?
I'm on a secret assignment, so I'm not part of the box team, if that makes sense.
Right.
Anyway, if that ever changes, I will try to be upfront. You know what? This is all about sincerity,
All about
honesty.
Transparency.
Yeah, gotta be transparent.
Over here
Kristen.
at The Haunted Sponge.
Gotta be transparent.
Absolutely. I'm like a piece of cellophane over here.
I can see right through you. It's alarming.
If my husband Ryan was in front of the TV or something when he was a kid, his dad would say, "Hey, Mr. Glass, move it."
Oh, that's a good line.
So weird.
That's a very good line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kimberly, what do I do at Hunt-A-Killer? I'm not allowed to tell you.
Yeah, it's literally a secret.
I literally am not allowed to tell you.
I
Charles may be right.
know.
I might commit the murders.
Yeah.
They need a body.
That would be a secret mission.
We know based on this box, they are in need of bodies, right?
Yeah. Maybe Will's the model for what you're going to see in this box.
I may be the stunt buns for Hunt-A-Killer. Yeah, let's get right into it.
Yeah.
I think
Hi, Ryan.
the most alarming thing that came in this box, of course, is a photograph
Dem
of
buns.
a dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's partially covered in leaves. You can see here. When I was initially looking at this image and then just going over the clues in a preliminary sense.
Yeah.
The focal point is the buns.
Right.
Yes. However, this is a full body, and I didn't really realize that. I'm going to make it real big for a second.
Yeah.
Again, this is a game, so I don't think this is a real body, obviously. Whoa. Here's perfect. Oh, Kristen, is that you?
I've never looked better.
It's a pair of buns. So anyway, if you look at the body, obviously you see like the legs, the buns. But if you look off to the right, you start to see a head that's wrapped in like a plastic bag, something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was a full body. I wasn't even sure that like maybe this wasn't just the lower half of somebody. And that's
When you flashed it to me,
when I flashed it.
yeah, no pun intended. When before we got into this and Will just showed me the picture the other day, I thought the same thing. I thought it was maybe just buns and legs.
Right, yeah.
Like my favorite workout videos.
Thank you for turning into buns and legs. But no, an entire body. And I think this is basically the focal point of this episode. Yeah. It's safe to say that with this box, we'll be halfway through this season. It's a 6-episode season, which you can see by looking at the Hunt-A-Killer website. By the way, get your own box at huntakiller.com.
Yep.
Quit mooching off ours. Anyway, it makes sense, I think, that there is a big event that is taking place. This is the first time that we're outright seeing a murder. We've had references in the past. And just to recap what's been going on until this point, we are in contact with an inmate at Listening Friends of America in Bozeman, Montana. His name is Jasper Flowers.
Good name.
Very good name. He's a watchmaker. He understands how things work.
Right.
And that essentially is his secret ability to control, I think, the way that people perceive him.
Right.
And he's even fascinated by the way people work.
Yeah, he's interested in inner workings, cogs, and things like that. He's a tinkerer.
He is a tinkerer. He took apart a person, too.
Yeah.
At least two, I think.
Yeah.
He's been in contact with a friend named Sylvia from the outside. She's been sending him notes with weird secret messages. Meanwhile, Felix, who runs Listening Friends of America, he's the overall boss. He's asked us to figure out what Jasper is up to. It's obvious that he's doing something.
Right.
He's giving us 6 months to figure it out. We're 3 months into that investigation. It seems like Felix is getting a little impatient with us.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool.
Yeah, I like that too. You see a lot of personality in the correspondence and letters, which I really appreciate.
Yeah. In Felix's letter, he says something about he's like, your admittance to my secret inner circle is at risk now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's going on.
He phrases it weirdly. He's like, it's on a wire or something like that.
Yes, it feels cryptic. I mean, everything is cryptic.
It is. I was wondering if that somehow, I mean, he doesn't seem like he's a bad guy or anything though, but it's a weird enough phrasing that I would think that would be some sort of secret clue to somebody. But
yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just a strange way of saying it.
I do think that he's making references to things that we can figure out by going into the Listening Friends of America newsletter archives. So I wonder if this will come up. But he says, stand by for further instruction. Your membership in my inner circle hangs as fitfully upon a wire as the very organization itself.
Right.
Meaning that I guess Listening Friends of America
in jeopardy.
That's in some way that
right.
I don't understand. Felix has been asking a sheriff to check things out. And up until this point, the sheriff has said, no, everything seems okay.
Right.
I've been talking to a Dr. Cortez. There have been no problems.
Right.
This month, that changes. Dr. Randall J. Dietrich.
Also a pretty good name.
He was out hunting.
Yeah.
He came across.
Changes indeed.
Yeah. The body.
Yeah.
The very body that we saw. And the most alarming thing about the body, not just that it's a dead person that you stumble across.
Yeah.
It's basically just over the fence.
Right.
From Listening Friends of America, Bozeman, Montana.
Yeah.
So that makes him increasingly suspicious. He goes back, as he explains in this letter that we have from the sheriff, saying that he wanted to talk to Dr. Cortez, who basically was like, no, everything's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know how there could possibly be a problem.
Right.
That's surprising to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to rail. I want to just make sure that we're
No. I hope are you getting to the calendar?
I am.
Do you know what's wrong with the calendar?
I know exactly what's wrong with the calendar.
What is it?
You don't know what's wrong with the calendar?
No.
Okay. So the sheriff.
Can I ask real quick? Because here's what I think is wrong with the calendar.
Sure.
And maybe it's really obvious or something like that. Is Dr. Cortez not working on the day that the sheriff was there?
Yes.
Okay.
So Sheriff Randall J. Dietrich is out hunting on a Sunday.
Right.
He says the next day he goes to Listening Friends of America.
Right.
As he's looking around, he's getting an uneasy feeling, so he quickly grabs this staff calendar and only says to Felix, take a look at it. I think, we're both on the same page that something is wrong.
Right.
Meaning the calendar proves something.
Yeah.
Dr. Cortez is scheduled every week, one day only.
Yeah.
On Tuesdays.
Oh, you know why I was... Okay, that makes so much sense. And I should have known this because calendars for my work generally start on Mondays. I was thinking that this was a Sunday to Saturday calendar. So that's what I thought was the Cortez thing. But I was looking at the days of the week. And I was like, no, he's on Monday.
Kristen.
All right. There it is.
Kristen, attention to detail is a detective's best friend.
All right. This I don't need. Okay.
Yeah, no, the calendar starts on Mondays. So why the hell was Dr. Cortez there?
Gotcha. Yep.
However, there's also a weird reference in this sheriff's report letter that Randall J. Dietrich filled out, referring to the fact that Dr. Cortez stays on site in a converted patient dorm.
Yeah, very weird. Like, why would that? I don't know.
A little cramped, but sparsely furnished, so it frees up space to move. And it's next to the only bathroom in the dorm area with a urinal. Easy peasy.
Yeah, this sheriff is very folksy.
Yeah, or maybe Easy Peasy is the brand of urinal.
Easy Peasy's the brand.
Oh, you got one of those Easy Peasies. Goes down smooth.
Also, William, the references to Meg's desk.
Yeah.
Are we to make anything of that? Or are the things that are said to be on her desk the same things from the picture that we got a couple of boxes ago?
We can look at that.
Do you think?
I don't know. It feels right, but we should take a look at that picture. I'll start trying to cue it up. There is also, I just want to make another meaningless joke, if you don't mind.
Please take her away.
So he says that Dr. Cortez is near the only bathroom, easy peasy. But then he goes, I prefer my buck hide armchair, thank you.
Oh, yeah, I know. What? To pee on?
Peeing on your arms?
Yeah.
Mr. Sheriff? Now listen, I've got my own picadillo.
I was about to say that.
My own curiosities. Sometimes I pee on my armchair.
So weird.
Still the law.
I feel like the sheriff needed to cut and paste that before the sentence about the urinal.
Yeah. Well, there's also a thing that Jasper says about the sheriff being unusual in some way. Yeah. Maybe that's it.
One of the ways in which he's unusual.
Yeah, it's certainly a little bit strange, methinks. Anyway, here, I've got the photograph there. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at it as we're looking at this thing.
Yeah. Just seems weird to reference the items on her desk.
I agree. So this is a photograph that we received in last month's box. Hang in there, poster. I keeps doing that. Randall Dietrich says, Meg is the person in charge of day-to-day. She stepped out to take care of a personal matter. Couldn't wait for her, but her desk appears very neat and organized with various books, trail guides, photography journals, bio texts. Faulkner, smart cookie.
All right. I mean, that seems to track. We can't see exactly what those books are back there, but there's a National Geographic on her desk.
Yeah. I know. And a camera, which obviously suggests photography, is in the mix.
A bonsai tree bringing the outdoors indoors, which I also like.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
I kill most plants. I'm not very plant friendly.
I'm not either, actually. But try plants, crystals, pretty things that are from the ground.
Now, what do you take from the Randall J. Dietrich investigation and his thoughts about listening Friends of America? It's certainly weird.
It's very weird. I don't know that we have that much from him yet. I feel like it is building there. Yeah. Like, I feel, like he's obviously suspicious. I think he's eventually going to catch on to something big. But right now, it just seems to be that suspicions and a little bit of tension are mounting within him. But I don't feel like there's anything that concrete yet.
I feel
it coming.
I feel like he might get himself killed.
Oh, well, yeah, I think he's in trouble. I think he's getting a little too close.
Yeah, I think Jasper got him in the crosshairs.
Well, if not do you think Jasper is Dr. Cortez?
Absolutely.
Oh, I kind of thought there was like another shady person.
I mean, there could be.
Because I thought it. Why did I think of that? Duh. I figured that Dr. Cortez would have him in his crosshairs, especially after he took the calendar, because that's kind of showing that he knows something's up.
Right.
But then how is Jasper getting away with that? See, what I was kind of thinking, although your thing makes more sense in kind of a story way, but I was kind of thinking that there was there's crooked stuff going on in the institution.
Yeah.
Like, not that it was just an inmate dressing as a doctor. Like, aren't there other authority figures around who would suss that out?
Meg Gibson. But if
is she the only one? It'd be just Meg and Dr. Cortez?
If she's running the day-to-day. And Dr. Cortez, I guess, to go along with that, I'm kind of thinking the body outside is Dr. Cortez.
Yes, definitely.
Right?
But
so if Dr. Cortez is still working there and Meg runs the day-to-day.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden Dr. Cortez looks like a completely different person.
Well, yeah, but it's hard for me to imagine that any sort of institution like that wouldn't have more than 2 members on staff at a time. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't there be somebody else there? Even though we haven't heard them by name, I assumed that there were other employees.
I don't know.
So, okay.
I know. Well, that's part of the mystery that is unfolding.
That all makes sense. I mean, I assumed that Dr. Cortez was not Jasper because somebody would be hip to that, and I thought Dr. Cortez was just a bad guy, maybe doing some sort of uncool stuff with the patients or something, but your thing is a lot more tidy.
That's the only thing that I can imagine. And especially with the weird references that Sylvia makes in a letter to Jasper about how to escape and the thought that people frequently escape. I'm thinking that Jasper is just doing whatever it takes to gain control and be able to sneak out as Dr. Cortez.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's making a transformation.
That makes total sense, but I have to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I find it a little weak.
Really?
Because I just don't understand why there would be no other staff members at an institution for the criminally insane.
Well, yeah.
How could there only be Meg and Dr. Cortez? Is that easy to kill somebody and switch into their role? Nobody's going to notice because there's no staff there? Like, how many patients are there?
Yeah, I mean, good question. If there aren't many,
I guess.
if it's a small facility, I don't know.
Seems odd.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, we're also only halfway through this thing.
Yeah.
Probably more to the story.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if what I think is true, then it feels to me like Jasper has already just accomplished it.
True.
He is.
That's true. He's
Dr.
pretty
Cortez.
much taking care of business.
He could leave if he wants. There's some reason why he's not leaving.
Yeah.
Right?
Charles says that we know of Dr. Cortez, Meg, and Clark, whoever that is. So that's 3 employees on site.
Right. Yeah. There is a Clark listed in the calendar. There's not much of a reference. Maybe he's the landscaper, right? Mm-hmm. There's a whole thing about the
the outside.
Yeah,
the
maintaining
landscaping,
the yard and stuff like that. So Clark had been on vacation. Now he's back. He's going to have a dentist appointment on Thursday in a few weeks.
Clark?
Yeah. Hey, he's going to the dentist at 2:30.
Hey, I wonder if that's an on-purpose joke.
That might be an on-purpose joke.
It might be.
He's going to the dentist at 2:30.
Yeah, totally.
I had an idea for a scary thriller movie where they can't find the killer, and then the detective goes, "Wait a minute, Johnson, what time is it?" He goes, "It's 2:30, sir." And he goes, 2:30. I know exactly where he'll be. And he's at the dentist.
Yeah.
Because it's 2:30. Got to go to the dentist at 2:30.
Why is that on the staff calendar? I mean, maybe he lives on site like Dr. Cortez. So he's just letting people know his schedule.
Like, I just don't understand. And then the only other thing that we have on here is backup. Cleaning day and backup.
Yeah.
Backup is coming at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what that means.
Right. Charles says, is that other employees? That's what I'm thinking, I guess. But like, I wish that I knew a little bit more about the logistics of listening Friends of America.
Yeah.
Like what's going on in that building.
Yeah.
Because I really, that would have added a little something because I
agree.
Yeah, I would never have thought that Jasper would be able to switch to being the doctor, but I think that could make a lot of sense.
Methinks we do not know exactly what's going on.
Yes, but that makes sense that we don't know exactly what's going on because we're only halfway through our mystery.
Exactly.
Bears remembering and repeating, Kristen.
Yes. Please do repeat that to yourself constantly.
Yeah.
So I have a few things that I think we should do. Mm-hmm. Like very visually on the table here.
Okay.
Because we were given a rope.
Yes. We gotta do some knot tying. Jasper was really, really into tying knots.
Yeah. When he was a young man, before he got into like watchmaking and stuff, he was all about knots.
Yeah.
You could say he was a very naughty boy.
That's right.
Yeah, none of the papers are showing up. It's too bright. So here.
Christy says make her do season 1. I've read I didn't go through and like do all the puzzles and everything. I basically cheated and spoilered off of William's work for season 1 before I started doing these boxes with him, but I don't remember it. I'm assuming that you mean that it kind of fills in some info about Listening Friends of America potentially?
Yeah, Listening Friends of America is a gigantic part of season 1.
But was Listening Friends of America an institution itself at that point, or it was still just a letter writing thing? Or I guess I thought it was a letter writing thing. No, it was still an institution.
Yeah. Well, everybody thought it was like a letter writing thing until bits and pieces started coming out and you started to learn more of the context.
Right.
So, Jasper talks about knots and stuff. Mm-hmm. And he gives us this guide to making knots.
Yeah.
And it's got, images of how to do it. It's got the names of everything, clove, hitch, bowline, square knot, whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm calling this a red herring.
Yeah.
Because, Kristen, I think he's giving us instructions in his note.
Yes. Absolutely.
We've got, of course, our friend letter from our pen pal. Mm-hmm. This is how he writes this time. Usually there is some sort of a puzzle embedded here. I would enjoy so much to tell you about things that are happening here at home, 2:04. That sheriff has been running around lately doing things that lawmen tend not to do. Peeing on his high-back chair.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure about this man with his darting, humorless eyes. I wonder what makes him tick. It's not good to make Jasper wonder what makes you tick.
No.
Anyway, if you continue reading, you start to see things like rope could be used to secure animals to provide a tourniquet for a wound, 5 of 10. A rope is like 1 compound of a watch. Just embedded little instructions.
Yeah, totally.
In a weird way. So I want to try to do something that I don't know whether or not it's going to work.
Okay, great.
But let's try. We'll get the tabletop sitting here in front of us.
Awesome. Charles says that he found 5 lines of a cipher unless he missed one.
5 lines of a cipher.
Yeah.
Okay. Meaning the 4 past 2.
Yeah, from the letter, those things, Charles?
Because what I think we're supposed to do is take our red rope and almost treat it like a clock. Jasper's obsessed with watches. So I'm going to hold the midway point here. 4 past 2. I'll use this hand. So if this is 12 o'clock, and people are going to have to sort of work with me because the angle doesn't line up for us and the camera.
Yeah.
I'm calling this spot 12 o'clock, which would put 2 o'clock about here.
Okay.
4 past 2 would still be, so we're going to do 2 o'clock with this arm.
Okay.
And we're going to go 4 minutes past.
Okay.
Here. So slightly beyond.
Yeah.
A little less than halfway.
And
that forms an angle.
Yeah, what would this do?
I guess it's not quite what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought maybe if we continue, let's keep trying. If that's what 4 past 2 would be on a clock, this arm being the hour, this arm being the minute, what's the next direction? 4 past 2.
I think that it's the 5 of 10.
Is it? It'd be used, 5 of 10. Yeah, I don't know, because even if we did this, it would just be moving.
Yeah, right.
This and then moving that. So maybe not. Because I feel like it would be about the angle, but I also wondered if it was like directions for how to make, just like we have.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait just 1 second. Maybe not. But could this be? Nah, probably not.
What?
Pointing to a flag cipher. You know how the flags, when they're holding them, they look kind of.
Not bad. Not bad, Raj.
That seems like a little maybe crossover from Empty Faces, so that might not be.
I would say don't say anything more about that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but
or it's just referencing the number, like a knot could be corresponding to what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Kristen.
Yeah, like you're not supposed to make the knot.
That is a very good thought.
Yeah, because that would be what ties this in.
Look at this here. I'm gonna do what we've done many times. I'm gonna open up a document so that we can look at things, all of us.
Charles says he thinks it has to do with the numbered knots on the paper. Gotcha.
The numbered knots.
Like what I just said.
What you just said?
Yeah, that
you just
like
said the flag cipher thing.
And then I said that the numbers could be.
I guess I got into something else.
But you really reacted. You were like, Kristen.
No, because I saw this image. Here, let me show everybody what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Just by Googling, which Kristen and I have had occasion to do in the past, just by Googling flag cipher for the first time ever, I feel like I'd never seen this before. A flag cipher gives you letters based on positions of your arms.
Yeah.
So we've seen this before, literally these flags, but I've never seen an image that also has these clocks on them. Which feels like exactly what you're talking about. So the first thing would be 4 past 2, which would kind of be both arms up to the right.
Right.
Does that exist? I see like a little past 3.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe that doesn't, maybe we can outright just say like, no, it's not this, which is just as good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's this.
No?
I think that it corresponds. It makes sense that he'd be talking about knots and there's something hidden in there. There's a page about knots.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I think
I thought it felt a little red herring-ish.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Yeah.
Let me hide how I...
Charles says, okay, all right. Interesting.
What's
so
up?
Charles says, 4 past 2 equals 6. Like 4 past 2 is number 6. That knot is the monkey fist. And then Jess said something to do with a shift, she thinks, as well. Okay. So let's see.
Well, we can try that. So
Yeah.
we're saying 4 past 2 is 6. All right. I'll start typing, I guess.
Okay.
So we're saying 6. Okay.
And then 5 of 10. But what would that mean? You know what I mean? 5 of 10. That
it would be 5 minutes to 10.
Right.
In terms of time.
No, I know. But like, how could we interpret that into this not thing? It's
5 before 10.
It's too clocky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, okay. So it's just 5.
So it's the Verstackle knot.
Of course.
Okay. So we're saying 6, 5.
Finding the next one.
Yeah.
1 on the dot. 1.
Okay. 6, 5, 1. Yeah, I don't know about this because now we've just got, I mean, it could be a word, but I'm not sure.
2 past 1. So
2
be
past
3.
1 would be 3. Okay.
Okay. 12 past 7.
Yeah, see, and now we've got a problem. Like,
Yeah.
does it loop? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 would be 8.
Right.
So let's do it just for the sake of, I feel, eliminating this as an option.
Yeah.
I feel like 12 past 8 breaks this.
Right.
12 past 7, whatever.
Right.
6, 5, 1, 3, 8, which would correspond to monkey fist, verstackle knot, clove hitch, square knot, packer's knot.
Wait, hang on a second. Jess says, or it's like take the second knot's first letter and shift it 4 forward, something like that. Okay, I hear ya. So like,
take the second knot.
So like it'd be taking, when he's mentioning 2 numbers, find the knot that corresponds to the first number, and then do a shift with the second number on the name of the knot. So like, let's see if it was like 5 to 5, then you'd be like, all right, so number 5 is
verstackle.
Yes, verstackle, and then you'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's not what it is, but just as an example.
Yeah.
All right, so let's try
Let's try that.
Okay.
So 4 past here. I'm going to write those down as well, just so that we don't have to constantly refer to them.
Okay, so it's 4 past 2.
Okay.
5 of 10.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
1 on the dot.
Yeah. And
so it'd be like 1, 1.
You just leave it alone. You don't shift.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I just lost it. Okay. Two past 1.
2 past 1. Okay. And then 12 past 7.
Yes. That's it.
Okay. So the idea being that we would pick 4 past 2. So the second knot.
Right.
We go 4 past the letter B because it's the beginning of the word bow line.
Right.
So A, B, C, D, E, F. So let's go ahead and we'll put an F there. 5 of 10.
Real quick, just explain to me, because I was thinking if it was 4 past 2, it would be like the 4th letter of that word, no?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Let's do both.
Yeah, F or
So the 4th
L.
letter of bow line is L.
Yeah.
5 of 10. So we're talking about the
5.
10th. If we're doing 4 past 2 and we're picking the second thing, then 5 past 10 would be counting 5 within the 10th knot. Right?
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
So fisherman's knot. So per what I'm saying, it's the first letter moving back 5, right? Which would be something like A. Something like, it's not very precise, but whatever. F-I-S-H-E. 1 on the dot.
So 1
would be clove hitch, so it would be C.
Yeah.
Or C. 2 past 1.
Yours is looking much better.
Would be 2 letters past
1.
2 letters past C. A, B, C, D, E. Or 2 letters in would be the second letter, which is L.
Yeah.
Okay.
William, I think
12 past 7 would be 12 letters shifted from the harness hitch. So 12 letters past H. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Facet?
Facet. Okay.
Facet or...
I don't think you have to do the second one. I don't think it's going to end up being
Lecloken. Well, let me... I just need to do it because
For yourself.
I'm sorry. So 12 in. H-A-R-N-E-S-S is 7 itself. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 would be H.
Okay.
Lachle. So facet.
Yeah.
So maybe this means facet.
Right.
To what end? A password?
Yeah.
We're talking about, I mean, we've already had Felix refer to the archives, the archive section of Listening Friends of America's website.
Right.
Why don't we just try that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Facet being a word makes it feel like that might be it.
Yes.
All right, like having websites set up. Get your own box.
Yeah.
Go to hunterkiller.com.
Oh, yeah.
Do it. And Listening Friends of America. So we found out in previous episodes that if you go to the archive section, here is a little secret door into Felix's world. So we're either looking for the word facet to find the PDF, or facet is a password for one of these words, in which case we need to know.
We'll probably find out
one of these words is important.
Through solving.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we need, because this is basically like, was it in episode 1, teeth, and then the password was something based on teeth? So
William.
Tooth.
The tooth appointment. At
Tooth hurty.
The tooth appointment.
Ah, my tooth appointment. Does anything jump out at you just based on what we've done? Interruption, Dogen, epic.
Oh, you know what? Let's look at some stuff real quick, because remember one of, like, we went to Horseman because there were pictures of horses on stuff. So let's look and see if there's anything. Is there anything about knots or any of these knot names in here?
Good call. Yeah, you look for knot names.
Okay.
We got a necklace that has a pony on it. We haven't really looked at the Sylvia letter yet, so maybe we don't have it quite at the moment. But facet feels right. Facet feels like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Disease. Into it. Horseman. England? Okay.
I mean,
anything jumping out at you?
Woven?
Woven. Where do you have that?
Right there.
Let's see if it's password protected. Let's try it.
It's loose, but you know. Okay. Oh. Okay. What?
I can't believe it. I'm just stunned. That felt. Where was the word woven on that?
No, it's just knots. You kind of weave them, or rope is woven.
Christian. Is this correct? So we've got 2 pages.
Okay.
Felix specifically I'm sorry. I don't know if it was coming across just how little I thought of what was happening there for a minute. I can't believe it.
Yay.
I must know what this doctor is up to. I hope you have been successful in assessing the archives. So he wanted to make sure that we got back in here.
Yeah.
In previous months, we've simply just sort of like found words. Balance, obviously, is jumping out at me. Garden being where the body was found. Balance. I mean, maybe just sort of like a dramatic reference to the fact that he took out Cortez and became Cortez. That's a sort of balance, right?
Yeah.
But I still don't know how this is.
And garden, I think, is another outdoors reference. Like, you know, them maintaining the grounds, the grass needs cutting, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So is something up with the groundskeeper?
Maybe. Again,
you know?
I kind of feel like Jasper is under everybody's skin.
Yeah, like, because why are we always mentioning the gardens, the grounds, the lawn needing to be mowed, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Winston?
So, yeah.
Salem.
That's what Charles just said, yeah.
Yeah. A place?
Christy, the sex one jumped out at me too.
What?
Not gonna lie. It's at the very top, it's like S3EX.
That's my voice.
Very cool.
The fact that I'm not seeing it makes me feel like a very
really right there
special boy. Oh, damn.
Sexless.
Fave W Duffs 91. That was my screen name on AIM. Friend me up, W Duffs 91.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's move to something else, and that might give us some clues as to how to work out this bad boy.
I cannot believe that we got in here. I cannot believe it.
Yes.
That was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Raj.
I'm
good
pretty
detective
amazing.
Work. Yeah, I mean that was just you.
Yeah.
You dragged me kicking and screaming to the right solution.
Yeah.
You did.
You were not kicking nor screaming.
I did some screaming, I think. So did we do it?
What do you mean?
We used the 4
We're
past
done.
2. But like, so is this the red herring?
Yeah, I don't think
felt like there was
it's
a red
literally
herring
red.
in there. That's funny.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. I think that's just a ruse that I guess Jasper sent to you, and he's like, "Oh yeah, play with nuts."
Yeah, I felt like there was a red herring in there.
Yeah. There's almost always a red herring somewhere in the boxes.
I agree.
Which I like.
I like it too. It keeps you guessing. I did an escape room the other day where like most of the room was
a red herring?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that seems a little
very, very baffling.
Frustrating.
There was one puzzle in particular. I'm not going to spoil it or say where it was, obviously.
Yeah.
But we had to get a 3-digit number to unlock a thing. And we had 3 things in front of us. We kept counting all 3 things and it wasn't working.
Yeah.
And then it turned out the solution is you're just supposed to ignore one of them. almost arbitrarily. You're just supposed to ignore one of those three things, and then you can figure it out. And it's like, why would I
That's weird.
assemble knowledge and then just outright discard part of it, which I guess is the definition of a red herring.
That's
but
so strange.
it felt really sort of like being led to the wrong solution very intentionally.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's do the Sylvia letter then.
Okay. Real quick, Jess says that through looking at the thing that we got to from the archives, that she's got begin, Cronus, and balance.
Cronus.
Yeah.
Time. Begin. Oh, across all 3 months?
Across all 3 months, Jess?
Yeah, because that's a question I'd be very curious to know, because I see multiple
all
words.
within this document.
I mean, I feel like Winston-Salem is somehow a declaration of here's where I'm gonna go. Like, I feel like if we're talking about like what the hell is Jasper up to, we're very focused on what his intentions are.
Yeah.
It feels to me like Winston-Salem is a place.
Okay.
Yeah,
that could be.
Not a guarantee, obviously, but
not just a guy with a badass name.
Yeah.
Winston-Salem.
Winston-Salem.
It's a good name.
Maybe you just embedded his friend's name.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm still also not super de-duper sure whether or not those PDFs are being put together by by Jasper. I feel like they must be Felix things.
I would think so, because he knows where they are and he wants you to look at them. I assume that they're from Felix.
Yeah, because he's leading us here. But then why? Like, I guess we're in his inner circle here somehow. But if Felix knew about facet, which was a secret word in Jasper's letter, that was the password for this, Felix knows more than we do then. So how is it that we're helping?
Yeah, you're right.
There's something that's missing. I feel like there's a chunk of the story that we just don't know at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, Jess and Charles pointed out that the crime scene photo might have a link to the rope if you look closely. So is that a piece of the rope that he used to kill the person / Dr. Cortez?
That's a pretty good thought, especially because we know that he's like, rope can be used for many things. Yeah. It can be used to bind. Right. Like, maybe he sent us...
That makes sense.
A piece of evidence. I like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I wonder, along the lines of destroying stuff, Hunter Killer as an organization has been known to do outrageous things in their clues. I could technically unravel this.
Why not? Nothing bad will happen from it.
But I will destroy a clue. Kristen,
we've had to destroy clues before.
But you know I don't like it.
I know. Okay.
I like to preserve.
Okay,
Anything?
It's nothing.
All right, damn it.
Yeah.
We just destroyed a valuable clue.
Dang it.
All right, well, it's worth leaving no stone unturned.
Yes, completely. That'd be really cool if there's like a thin shiv in there or something like that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, Charles says you can see the frayed ends in the picture. So that's cool and sinister.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. So
wait, you can see the frayed end in the picture of the body?
Apparently.
Hold the phone. Let's get that body going back up. Trigger warning for nude buns. I guess, is that... I mean, it's right there in the middle.
Sorry to be...
It's calling to me.
Immature. But Will's just...
I mean, right?
Just pointing inside of the button. He was like, is that...
Could it be? But for real.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, look even closer. Pranked her. There's now a prank video.
It's really funny. I am looking really closely at the...
Get good and close enough to smell it.
But why? Wait, you know what is really...
It's one of the most immature.
William, why would the... If we're looking for the rope that he strangled the guy with, why are we both looking inside this guy's butt? It would be at his head.
Oh. Well, I don't know, because there are lines there.
Yeah, butt crack. What's that line going down the middle?
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I think I kind of see it.
Yeah, I do too.
It's where the eye goes.
Talk about a red herring. William just led me down the primrose path, and I don't like what's at the end of it.
It's where the eye goes. I don't like what's at the end of it. It was, Kristen, the whole thing was a work of art. You're an artist. You're like Jasper himself.
God.
All right, so I'm trying something new here, which is why I've been staring randomly off into the corner. I've pulled up the Sylvia letter.
Yeah.
My computer's not being a team player, so we're going to do something a bit strange. The Sylvia letter, as it always does, houses some sort of a a riddle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a phrase. I have no idea what it is.
I don't either. I was hoping that you would. Yeah.
I have no ideas. Yeah. So,
viewers, viewing friends of America, we're going to need your help.
Hey, yeah. Hey, America.
Yeah.
Tune in.
Yeah.
So, this is where I think we've already done some like.
Hell yeah, Christy. She drew a sweet butt.
Yeah. That's awesome.
My kind of gal.
I've been playing the South Park game on my phone a lot.
I saw that.
And when you battle people, they can chat, but it's only pre-populated things. So you can have Cartman crying to be like, "Oh, you're beating me," whatever. One of them is a butt.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're about to do what I think is going to be the hardcore solving portion of the evening.
Yeah.
Which is why this is the perfect moment to tell you all that Kristen and I don't only solve mysteries together. Mm-hmm. We also have our own horror podcast.
That's right. It's called Guide to the Unknown.
Yes.
And it comes out every Friday, everywhere where you can find podcasts, and also on YouTube where Will edits in cool visuals of the things that we're talking about.
Yeah. So for example, in just 3 hours time, that's midnight on the East Coast, a brand new episode is dropping. I talk about mummies and Kristen talks about...
I talk about, haunted items being sold on eBay.
Yeah, so you're going to want to check that out.
Yeah.
Go to talkbomb.com/GTTU pod. Look up the podcast on every podcast app. Watch us on YouTube.
Yep.
It's always fun. 24 episodes all waiting for you.
One for 1 hour of the day. I bet some of them go a little long, so you might go into the next day.
That's right. There are some that are shorter.
Yeah.
But there are a lot that are longer.
Yep.
You could probably make a whole day marathon it.
You know what?
It's like season 3 of Twin Peaks.
Yeah, that's right.
It's all intended to be one movie.
Exactly. They're not separate podcast episodes. They're parts of a larger whole.
We constructed
just like the
way.
whole in the picture of Untitled Killer.
Yeah. All right. Back to the mystery. Cool. So this is where I think it maybe gets heavy, but we'll see. Mm-hmm. So
that's my feeling as well.
This is the Sylvia letter.
Right.
Here in this browser, I'm going to use the Microsoft Edge browser, which I never thought...
Oh, my favorite browser.
I never thought I would, but whatever.
Are we going to have to Bing for clues?
Hey, my computer is fighting. Now you can see there are some light blue swirls here. That's because I was testing whether or not this will work, what I want to do. And I can't
remove them.
I can't seem to erase it. So I have now
At least they're not too thick or anything.
I've now switched to red ink because in the Sylvia letter, periodically, almost like how Jasper was writing and he would just go like 2:04.
Right, just in the middle of a sentence.
555.
Yeah.
She's got these like weird triangles.
I know. What could this be relating to? You know what I mean? Like I felt very lost.
I agree.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit like it might be saying, look to the right, then look down, then go right.
Huh, okay.
So if it was that, it would be like to the right would be the word I've, go down one to the next line down, and then go right 3, the word bin.
Oh, interesting. Guys, people who have solved this already, don't tell us outright, but are we on the right track?
Oh, I don't even want to know that yet. We're
you
so
don't?
early.
Okay, never mind. No, don't say anything.
We're so just starting.
Okay,
I'm sure that my brain will break it at a certain point. We'll do what we always do. We'll just go like, all right, now we want you to just tell us.
Okay.
But like for now, like I want to try a couple theories and fail on our own.
Okay.
To start. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Where are you getting right from those lines to the right of it?
This first arrow looks like a play button, right? So it's an arrow pointing to the right.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are things that already break that theory because I know that later on down the letter, you can see like this. What I would have called a left arrow is in a completely different style. So I don't know about that. But like I figured we could go through and circle the ones that exist so that we can't possibly miss them.
Right.
And then set about deciphering.
So what if this is an actual thing that we can look up, like how flag ciphers are a thing? What will we call this?
Not impossible. I mean, it's not exactly covert. Like these things kind of jump out at you.
No. But still,
I guess so do flag ciphers.
That's what I would say.
Now I would recognize a flag cipher anywhere.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Ooh, Christy said, let Will follow the blue brick road for a while before telling him about the yellow one. Is that a phrase? Because I like it. That's
It
good.
sounds like a phrase.
Yeah.
I'm just going to circle these 2 in 1. Whatever. Some of them repeat. Some of them seem totally unique.
Yeah. Jess knows, but she says, we.
Oh, excellent. Thank
and she'll
you,
tag
Jess.
us later. Or we can tag her later.
Yeah, because I think for sure, I can imagine a future where we, by the way, and I mean in like the next like 20 minutes.
Right.
Where we just go like, why don't you just tell us the right answer? Does anybody know what that is a reference to?
I do.
Yeah. You and I were built for those kinds of things.
Yeah.
I wonder if people out there in video land get it. Why don't you just tell me the right answer? All right. I think I'm just about done with circling them all. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that we don't miss them.
What would you call this? I want to like Google like
arrow line.
Yeah. Visual like
I'm starting to think
triangle ciphers.
The word cipher I don't even know is right in this case though.
Oh, true.
You know, like they're so strange. I mean, try it. Like maybe it'll lead to somewhere. Maybe there'll be an article that's like it's an unusual cipher.
Right. Let's see.
It's not really a cipher, but at least that'll lead to the right place.
Triangle cipher.
So we can switch colors later. I'm going to underline the words that I think based on my theory.
Okay.
All right. So
that's a good idea.
Go right 1, go down 1. Come on, man. Work with me. Go right. I'm thinking the word bin. Mm-hmm. Later we can, jump to yellow or something. Go right 1, go down 3. That doesn't work very well because it's not like it's on a grid. You can't just go straight down from the letter He's. Yeah. I mean, it could be, that's the letter A, so it could be like, been a long day. That's not impossible.
Right.
I go right to, here we're in the inspection sticker now, so I don't know what this is. This entire letter, the context of this letter is that cops have been coming into Sylvia's jewelry shop and like trying to get custom jewelry that doesn't make sense. And it feels like she's writing something just so that she has a cipher because she's being like, it's so weird. He seems like a nice guy, but I don't really know what he was getting at.
Yeah. It does seem like she's writing a letter just to get a cipher in there. I mean, it could also just be a stat. I mean, maybe they have, I'm pulling this out of my butt, but maybe they have some sort of relationship, Sylvia and Jasper, where it's like she could tell him to like get him kind of thing. Like if she's being like, this sheriff sucks.
Yeah, I think that's probably true too.
You know?
And especially this is where she starts to talk about
yeah, and she's like, oh, I went to the building. Somebody told me everything about it. I know the whole layout and where the doors are. Yes,
exactly.
You know?
Yeah. And there was a woman who tried to escape and a guard found her. She ran into a guard or something like that. Have you ever heard anything about that, Jasper? Like it feels very leading. Yeah. Very, very alarming.
Right.
So we'll go right 2 and down 1. I think what this sentence is I told him. So the word told would be the one. 2 words in because there's a secret letter I.
I told him it would take 2 weeks. Okay.
And then told and then down 2. So it's either, and I don't like either because it feels imprecise. It's either the word the or the word shop. Doesn't feel right to me.
No.
We'll go straight down 3 and then right 1. And we're at the end of a line here. I missed one. Go down, 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 and right 1, which would bring us to another cipher. And it would be right down. And there are no more words here. So I think my theory is already busted.
Right. Jess says there's a clue in the letter itself. So let's take a closer look at what the letter is saying.
That is how it usually is when she's like, I made this kind of jewelry.
Right.
I start with zirconium. I start from A or whatever.
Right.
All right. In my last letter, I told you I visited the facility. Well, the outside of the facility, I still don't know what possessed me to go. There was no reason to show my face there. No reason to ask about you. I know now that you won't be released. It wasn't a complete waste, though. I did learn some things. I was surprised that it took me an hour to get there from Bozeman, but it was a really scenic drive, so I didn't mind the trip. I wouldn't mind taking it again. All right, maybe not that paragraph. Sorry, she usually had it at the bottom.
Why don't you go to the start so that we,
Yeah, all right. Fair enough. I'm dancing about. Are you well? I've been busy with this project lately and it's made me a little on edge. All my regular customers have been really patient with me though, so I'm thankful for that. One of my favorite customers lately has been the Bozeman deputy. Did you ever happen to meet him? He's a nice man, very cooperative. Not at all like that Sheriff Dietrich. You know, the sheriff came into the shop once, a year or 2 ago, I think. He ordered a custom lapel pin and was overly particular about the details, especially the engraving. It was a bit unrealistic if you ask me, considering the cost. I think I was too lenient with my pricing back then. I told him it would take 2 weeks at the most, and that I would let him know if I finished. I'm assuming it's like earlier.
Yeah.
Something like that. Well, wouldn't you know, he came waltzing back into the shop. Unexpected? No. Something.
Earlier, I think.
Expecting that it would be finished before his friend's
wedding.
When I told him it would take another week, he got upset and wanted to cancel his order. I was already half finished by then, and I told him it would be unfair to give a full refund considering all the labor I put in and the cost of the materials. I even showed him my progress on the pin, and he was unhappy with how it looked anyway. I swear I've never had such a terrible customer before. Completely insufferable, that man. Sorry for the tangent. I was writing about the deputy, wasn't I? Deputy Nick Morgan. He bought an engagement ring from me a while ago, but apparently his fiancée called the whole thing off. I felt so sorry when he came to exchange the ring a few months ago. But that unfortunate ordeal gave us a chance to talk and get to know one another. So it's not all bad. I think he really loves to hear about my experiences traveling. He's the type to fantasize about leaving his hometown one day. But I bet he'll end up staying in the same house he was born in. Recently he stopped by and I showed him some of the miniatures I made when I was really into wood carving. He liked my interpretation of the Hanging Garden of Babylon. We should look that up.
Yeah.
I told him I was interested in old architecture and asked him about the Listening Friends building. He told me everything he knew about it. History, size, occupancy, floor plan, even the style of doorknobs they used. Apparently, he worked there as a guard before he joined the force. He said it wasn't a very eventful job, save for one breakout attempt. The patient discovered some sort of escape route, but thankfully a perimeter guard caught her at the gates. Does that sort of thing happen there often? In my last letter, I told you I visited the facility. Well, the outside of the facility. I still don't know what possessed me to go. There was no reason to show my face there, no reason to ask about you. I know now that you won't be released. So it wasn't a complete waste, though. I did learn some things. I was surprised that it took me an hour to get there from Bozeman, but it was a really scenic drive, so I don't mind the trip. I wouldn't mind taking it again. It is confusing. So it's the Bozeman facility.
Yeah, I think it's like the Bozeman location of Listening Friends of America. Yeah. Like the Bozeman branch.
Took me an hour to get there. That's the part that feels weird to me, though, because it's in Bozeman. So you could be right. I agree with you that just because it's the Bozeman facility doesn't mean it's literally smack dab in the center of Bozeman. But
well, do we know that she lives in Bozeman? Right?
I don't know.
She could just live an hour outside of Bozeman. I mean, that part is weird. There's something about that. Something weird about it, yeah. But I don't. So maybe you can, Google some different wordings of this, but I Googled Hanging Gardens of Babylon. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. Oh. And didn't find anything about like codes, ciphers, whatever. I Googled wood carving cipher. I didn't find that. I basically didn't find the things that we thought were kind of weird. Lapel cipher.
They look like pins.
Engraving.
Yeah.
Oh, like pins. William, wait a second. They do kind of look like pins.
Yeah, but to what end?
I don't know.
And especially when there's like this sort of like right angle style. Did you get it? Something with a shift as well. The second nonce first letter and shifted.
No, that's old.
That's old?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I went away from Facebook because I'm trying to find stuff.
Wow. Yeah, Are you well? Is this the same one that we see later on? Yeah. Right, down, right. And it's not just like stacked in like a normal way. It's staggered. Right, down, right. Mm-hmm. Like maybe this is just a symbol. Because this recurs. This shows up later down the letter. 1 on top, 3. 2 on top, 2. Or 5, 4, 3. Meh. And the left one really bugs me because it doesn't.
Yeah, it's different.
It's like an arrowhead. It's like double time.
Right.
But then why would you even have the need for just showing 2 of them? Yeah, this is pretty weird. I like it. I think it's cool because it's confusing as hell. I've never seen anything like this before.
Elena says, I see some icons on the border when you were scrolling.
Really? I was looking around the border,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, I see like there are sort of like a little triangle with circles on it, but I didn't see anything that felt like it was handwritten.
Yeah.
See, like this occurs several times, this triangle.
I think it's not even a triangle. I think it's just a closed bud in the floral pattern.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing's really like jumping out at me.
Yeah.
You know? I like that the pages are all copy stained.
God, Charles says Sumerian alphabet, Babylon alphabet.
Oh. Babylon Gardens.
Yeah. Let's see.
Wow.
Charles.
So it is because it was repeating characters.
That makes sense.
So
yes.
Oh my God.
Oh,
wow.
Yes. We gave it a goog, Charles, to beautiful result.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Goog. All right. I'm very glad that we just saw that then because I thought for sure that it was something that we just had to like chip away at.
Yeah.
But nope. So
that's a toughie.
That's a toughie.
To get there, you know?
Yeah, Babylon.
Oh boy.
All right, here we go. So let's I'll just keep drawing on this page.
Yeah.
So look for this icon here.
Okay.
I mean, it certainly looks like we have the right alphabet. I wonder if there are different variations. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, even like this doesn't translate directly into English because it's like sounds.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we need a more sort of like directly phonetic A, B,
like
C,
letter
D,
to letter.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, there's some things that feel familiar here.
Maybe there are things that maybe this language doesn't translate into literal letters. Maybe it'll be something we have to sound out.
Numbers. That's intriguing. No, but I don't see anything pointing to the right. No. I do see this symbol now, that sort of left facing.
Yeah.
Nope. Babylonian alphabet, A to Z. Come on, Bing. Work with me. Babylonian alphabet, A to Z.
That other thing looked more like what we were.
Yeah. I agree. Let's see. Some of this looks right. Like, I feel like this...
Yeah.
These two... I wonder if it is also like you're combining.
Oh, I wonder.
It looks like
okay.
M.
Yeah, that could be two letters.
M-H.
Yeah. Let's see. M. Yeah.
Right? Like, that would be right, but I don't know. All
Try
right,
Babylon cuneiform alphabet.
Babylon cuneiform.
Yeah. That's what Charles says.
Let's see. Images. Okay. Yeah, this is... Feels like a merry prankster wrote this. It's bugging my eyes out.
Me too.
Having a hard time looking at it. Yeah.
All right, let's skip that one for now. Let's go to the second one.
All right, so line up top and then three pointing down. It's almost S, but it's not, which I find very frustrating.
Wait, why is it almost all of them but not?
Yeah, let's see if there are alternatives.
Uh-oh. It's still almost S.
Come on. I gotta break my brain.
Yeah.
We gotta do this till it will.
Boy, Sylvia's a real smart cookie.
All right, this. A.
Right? Okay. Yep.
All right. Let's call
That's an A.
A.
Okay.
Okay. So then, yeah, are we in the right place?
All right. So let's see if we can find that first one.
W.
May as well. Oh, yeah. Okay. Great.
All right. Dub.
W. Okay.
WB. Okay. Double top.
Mm-hmm.
2 pointing down.
I.
Yeah. Bingo. All right. Thank you, Charles.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would have found this.
Okay, 3 pointing down and then 1 to the right.
What is it? Okay.
Pointing down, 1 to the right. I'm not seeing it. Let's come back to it. It might even make sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not just... That's not really... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna move on.
Okay, yeah.
2 and 1, that's B.
Mm-hmm.
1 on top, Dubs pointing down, 1 to the right. Oh, C.
Yep.
Okay, then it's extra frustrating to me that we're not finding this.
Yeah, well, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
Our eyes might just be,
We already know that this is W.
Uh-huh.
So that's the one that repeated before.
Yeah.
Right, sort of like a right angle and then 2 pointing down.
Is that No.
M? Yeah.
Yeah.
M. This might not even be like a sort of traditional word. Oh, there are a bunch that we couldn't see. All right. 3 stacked horizontally, 1 pointing down.
Okay.
R.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay. 1 on top, 3 pointing down. A. Oh, the writing on this sucks. All right. 1 pointing down and then 2 of those big.
Oh, wait.
F. All right. 1 vertical, 3 horizontal. S.
Yep. Get that one up there.
Is that the same thing? What is that?
No, I don't know, but we just skipped it.
Oh, okay. 3 vertical, 1 horizontal. It's not on there?
3.
R.
Wait.
Yeah, it's a repeat.
Wait,
right?
but they look different.
Oh! You're right. The R is
Yeah.
damn it. It's 3 vertical, 1 horizontal. I completely reversed it.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
This is R at least.
Yes.
That is the same. All right.
Oh, you contributed something big time, Charles.
Well done, my friend.
What are you looking at now?
We should still be trying to solve this one, the 3 vertical and 1 pointing.
I think we should move on.
Really? All right. Could even be numbers. I wonder if that is possible.
Oh.
All right. So 2 on 1 line horizontally above 2 vertical. I? Right? Kind of.
Oh, do you mean Q?
Q? No, because look, they're
I?
the 2 ones that are horizontal. That's an L.
Oh. Yes, I.
N is this one.
Okay.
1 horizontal above 2 vertical is D.
Yep.
And then we had this one above, right? This is W.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what this says. Maybe those missing ones are numbers, but I don't know.
Uh-huh.
All right. So we've got W, A, I, don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if we should be.
Good. Can I write on this?
W-A-I. Yeah.
Okay.
You can write on whatever you want.
All right. W-A-I.
Now draw like a box. 'Cause
Okay.
We don't know what it is.
Maybe T?
Maybe.
Okay.
B.
Okay.
Draw another box. We don't know what it is.
Okay.
C.
Mm-hmm.
R. A. F. Another box. We don't know what it is.
Okay.
S. R. M. W. I. N. D. W.
Okay.
Does it?
Yeah.
Parent. Wait. W-A-I. So let's look at the T because this.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this. Yeah, because W-A-I we've got. T would make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
T. No, it does not look like a T. but wait by
Crafts room window.
Wait by craft. It says wait by crafts room window.
Yeah.
So the two that we couldn't figure out are both T's. I wonder if there's like a different version of the alphabet where that looks right. Wait by. So let's look at the Y. I'm sorry.
I mean, I assume.
Yeah, I just want to. What does the Y look like? I think we just missed this. Yeah, wait by. This is a Y.
Okay. Yeah.
It's wait by crafts room window.
Yeah.
So he's going to. All right. Well, if we knew how to type back to Dear Felix.
Yeah.
You could tell him that Sylvia is going to plan a jailbreak.
There's an escape, plan.
Yeah.
Afoot.
Awesome.
Very awesome.
All right. I think the only thing left to do.
Yeah, is that page from the archive, right?
Page from the archive, and we can just look at the sort of like in-universe solution stuff, right?
Yes.
Which I always like looking at the recaps. I like looking at the instructor's notes. I hadn't done it in previous seasons, but I'm enjoying it. I like seeing the context. And it's a way to like check your work.
Yeah, completely.
So, wait by craft room window.
Uh-huh.
Winston-Salem really jumps
out
again,
of this it's confused. Slut?
What?
Oh, no. Well, kind of.
Don't call me that. Where?
It's garbled.
You have a filthy mind. I don't see these things. You know what I see? Bunnies. Oh, down here, flowers. Raindrop.
Think whoever created this document has a filthy mind.
Don't dare say that about my employer.
Christy and I are fine.
Don't you dare say that about my employer. Because I feel like this is the kind of thing that I wonder if by season's end, we're going to be like, all of the secret words from Felix to us accomplish something. I kind of think that might be true. Yeah,
I do think so. So you think this is not solvable tonight?
I think it's important for us to get in here and find stuff.
Yeah,
It's very important to see these things. And I think that maybe I'll look back. Although somebody already did it, right? Somebody in the chat already said like the important words. Although I want to write them like all.
Yeah.
All of the words that jumped out of this document from previous episodes, because I think that they'll add up to something significant.
I would imagine. I'm trying to remember, did we have a document like this in previous episodes we just picked out words that jumped out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We've had one of these PDFs each month.
Okay.
Yeah. And they all look like this, we didn't, you're like, I don't know what this is.
I could be getting mixed up between this and Empty Faces a little bit in my mind. We didn't do a thing with them. We just picked out the words that clearly jumped out to us each month. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And even Garden.
Yeah.
Babylon Garden.
I'm telling you. Well, Babylon Garden, I mean, I think that was probably just a way to get us to the Babylonian alphabet. But the garden thing and talking about the length of grass outside and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like there's something
cooking.
Yeah, something's cooking all right.
Winston-Salem is very weird to me.
Well, somebody in the chat said that it's by where they live or it's like a place.
Oh.
Yeah.
Winston-Salem?
Yeah.
I mean, I think of Salem,
which I've actually, Winston-Salem rings a bell to me. It's like North Carolina or something. Yeah.
North Carolina.
Yeah. I love North Carolina. North Carolina is one of my favorite
Bozeman,
places.
Montana to Winston-Salem. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Old Salem Museum and Gardens. I don't know. Babylon.
Yeah, just as there are quite a few more locked documents, though, like many more than the episodes left. That makes sense to me, though, because you have to figure out which ones to try to unlock.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Otherwise, it would be too direct.
Yeah,
plus,
so they want it to be like a needle in a haystack
Some
situation.
of them, when you open, there's no password at all. You just open it up, and it's just nothing. This is supposed to add noise to the proceeding. It's like no words are jumping out of me.
Right.
Here, in whatever this is. But meanwhile, if you open up Woven and use the password Facet, then you're in.
Yeah.
And so you know that you've accomplished something meaningful. You okay?
Yeah.
Did you almost rip your earring out?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That would have been horrible.
That would have been horrible.
That would have been horrible. I would have just made you be like, ew, get out of here. Gross.
I'd be shamed by the Hunt Killer community at large.
Hunt Killer.
I know.
You ever play Hunt Killer?
And the calendar, if you're saying, did we figure out the calendar shows that the day that the sheriff came and talked to the doctor at Listening Friends of America, that's not a day that the doctor was working. Then who was doctor?
Yeah, somebody's being the doctor.
Yeah.
All right. We're on Initiation, episode 3 here. Yep. So this is like we spoiled what was in the box and our theories. This is where we really sort of like...
Yeah, like check our work and confirm it.
Expose it all. So we'll go vertically down the list. Letter from Jasper Hint.
Okay.
Throughout the letter, Jasper references times which are used in conjunction with the nots to know print. Confirmed. The reveal. Each given time is a separate shift cipher. The hour indicates the not's listed number in the nots to know print. The first letter of the not's name is what will be shifted. We figured that out. Chris, you figured that out. Facet. Bingo. Woven. Nailed it. The nots to know print. Used in conjunction with the letter. Letter from Sylvia. Several symbols. Sylvia references a place where these symbols were once used.
Yeah.
Sylvia references Babylon, an ancient civilization that used a writing system called cuneiform. Sylvia's hidden messages written in cuneiform and translates to "Wait by Craft's room window."
That was very sweet.
Very cool. The sheriff's letter. Sheriff Dietrich tells Felix about a body he found in his continuing investigation into the Listening Friends of America Bozeman facility. He also says that he noticed something odd on the staff calendar. Well, I think we know what that odd thing.
Right. So Jess just said, okay, so we're on the same page that it's the gardener.
Oh, it's the gardener. I'm thinking Dr. Cortez is believed because even like, I forget if it was
like the body is the gardener, Jess. Is that what you mean? Or what?
Because I think the body is Dr. Cortez.
I do too now because, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I mean, that's certainly Dr. Cortez. Okay, Jess says, I say Jasper's playing doctor and not in a good way. I think you're right, Jess.
Got that right.
Yeah.
I think we're all on the same page here.
Yeah.
Inspector.
What is that lady writing with? Go back. What is that?
No, she's got like a pin.
Oh, it's like a big button. Okay. Yeah. It's like she's writing with a lollipop.
Big button. Big button. You know what that is? Do you know what that song is?
No.
Oh, okay. I got a reference you don't know.
What is it?
By I made.
Right, I know. What is it?
It is Spinal Tap.
I've never seen
Big Bottom.
I've never seen Spinal Tap.
Big Bottom.
Oh yeah, talking about buns, baby. My
girl's
is that right?
got 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll type in the full thing here. So it is MG131. I don't know if I still need her initials. 9D2. Did I do that right? I'm not sure if I typed that right. MG131H9. Okay. And then it would be, what is it? I don't know if I still need her initials to do this. Sorry, 131H9D2. This is the inspector.
Okay, there we go.
Good. Yeah. So the inspection of the package that we got this month by Meg Gibson in universe.
Right. I forgot about this. This is cool.
The character who has inspected what Jasper sent us.
Mm-hmm.
Listening Friends of America, welcome letter. Another letter from yours truly. I hope that I do not come across too strongly. I really want this listening friend to stay in the program. Yeah, she's invested in a weird way.
I know. I feel like something's weird with Meg.
I definitely
There's something weird with everything.
I definitely feel like Jasper is taking over that facility.
Yeah.
Patient letter. It looks like Jasper is getting caught up in the time, but it is in such a specific way. It almost feels like he is outside of time, and I can tell he does not trust the motives of certain authority figures. I can understand that. Yeah, see, she's sympathetic to what he's doing. Come on.
Yeah.
Paracord, something with which to practice tying knots, smooth and strong. 4.
It's a weird thing to say.
Letter from an outside friend. Sylvia, agreed. I am not sure I am following these letters from Sylvia correctly. What did the first one say? What about the second? See, that's leading us in a direction that we didn't really think of. But I guess here's something else that I want to consider, because I think that that's an interesting jumping off point for just something to think about as we go forward. Maybe not something that we have a direct answer to just yet. The Sylvia letters are happening out of sequence. This is the second one.
Oh, right.
Right? Like she referenced in this letter, she's like, I'm going to a show. And then if you look way back at the first letter that she sent, she says to Jasper, my show went well here. So they're happening out of sequence. I was wondering if we could look at them and see the coffee stain and be like, oh, they were stacked up.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Bled through. Yeah, but I don't think so.
Jess says that Dr. Cortez is supposed to be female.
Well, Dr. Cortez? Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't get any indication of gender, and I just assumed it was Jasper.
If that's true, could Meg be Dr. Cortez?
I think she's the only other candidate.
Yeah.
To me.
And yeah, Meg seems like Jasper is kind of getting in her head a little bit.
For sure.
Christy says John William James version 2 seems.
Where's the implication that Dr. Cortez is female? Because everything I got from it was Jasper is doing something.
I don't know. Jess says, Meg is seeming very Jacoby, almost asking us for help in the Listening Friends of America letter to us this time.
I think it's the opposite, though. That's a reference to a previous season, so I'm not going to say too much. But it feels like it's not going to play out that way. I think that Meg's motives are a little more overt. All right.
But Meg is very weirdly dreamy.
She's floaty and weird
for being the administrator of an institution, like the horse trinket. I see the wild horse, but what if a horse prefers the stable? So is she talking about herself? Is she talking about patience?
Yeah, why would the horse want to run free when it could be in the stable? Along the same lines, if Jasper is Dr. Cortez, he could have left at any point. Why is he staying there? It's because he gets to be in charge. He gets to have this mechanism work the way he wants.
Right. Interesting.
Right. He wants to be in charge. He's enjoying that.
Yeah.
So I feel like it makes sense for him to kill Dr. Cortez and somehow make this body appear to be Jasper Flowers. So that he can just be Dr. Cortez. Perfect balance.
Right.
One of them is gone. One of them is still there.
Right.
However,
Perfect
this doesn't
balance.
quite fit the MO of Jasper.
Right.
Because we know that Jasper takes people apart.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why on its face, on its cheek.
Lying on its face.
It doesn't read as a Jasper killing to me because of that. Like you would think that he'd be disemboweled. Because that's what happened to, what was it, Jasper's roommate or somebody he killed, whoever it was. Like his stomach was like ripped open and like all the organs were taken out from like his rib cage and everything. Yeah. So like this seems like a very utilitarian killing.
Just had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is utilitarian.
You just got to do it. You just got to do it. You got to swap places.
Yeah.
Like that to me.
And the body's decomposed a little bit, which kind of could be suggesting that it's been a while. And so he's been able to step into the role of Dr. Cortez for a while now, which matches up with the sheriff's experience of Dr. Cortez.
I feel like that makes a lot of sense. But all these references to, of like how Meg is thinking, what if the wild horse prefers the stable? They're all on the same page. That's why this is working so well. Jasper's in charge and he'll take care of them. I'll take good care of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it could be about Meg herself. Because this is such a weird line to be on like an inventory page.
Yeah.
Or it could be about Meg herself. Like maybe he's kind of working on her and being like, the confines of this institution are keeping you too straight. Like what if we were to kind of test the confines and test the way that things work? And so what if this is to herself? She's like, well, yeah, he's saying I should be a wild horse, but like maybe I don't want that. Maybe I like the stable. Maybe
so it's suggesting
maybe
conflict.
I like the stability of the way that my world is.
That feels more like the underlying psychosis of just like, no, and it's fun because it's so counter to what you would think. If you're an inmate, you want to get out.
Right. Yeah,
he likes it there. Like I feel like she's into it rather than
that is. Cool.
I don't sense any conflict, and that I find almost more alarming. Listening Friends of America is dangling on the wire because the whole thing can become corrupt.
Yeah. Jess says that the doctor's name is Willa Cortez, W-I-L-A. And Charles says, oh, snap, Jess, that's right.
Then that changes my entire theory.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, then the only thing I could possibly think is that Meg is Dr. Cortez.
Right, Meg is under Jasper's thumb/spell.
Did Dr. Cortez
and then
figure
this dead body is the gardener, which is what Jess was saying. Then where Cortez?
What if the dead body is Sylvia?
Wherefore art thou Cortez? What if the body is Sylvia? Did they say the gender of the body?
No.
Right, so I mean...
I don't think so anyway.
I don't think so either. So that could leave it
is
open.
In play until it's outright.
It looks like a man.
You think so?
Yes. The hands are, well, rather mannish.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a broad body. It looks like a man to me.
You know what? There's one thing that I would like to look up. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they're only referring to Dr. Cortez as Dr. Doc, so on. But the sheriff says Doc suggested for music to play. Poème symphonique.
Oh, good call.
Let's look that up real quick. See if that gives any indication.
Wait a second. Also, this was, I knew there was something. That the doc lives on an Insight converted patient dorm, and there's a urinal. Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's not easy peasy if you're not.
No, for a woman that would be quite difficult unless you had one of those things. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I prefer my Buckside armchair though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Poème symphonique.
Oh my God. Christy said, I see no chicken nuggets or hot dog, so it could be female.
Oh. Oh my. I'll have the kids' meal.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any hush puppies on this one.
Hush puppies. Poème symphonique is a 1962 composition by Georgi
Ligeti
for 100 mechanical metronomes. It was written during his brief acquaintance with the Fluxus movement. This is cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what this sounds like. We can play this.
Sure, why not?
It's super old. Why not? A manifesto. Fluxus is an international and interdisciplinary group of artists, composers, designers, and poets that took shape in the 60s and 70s. Dutch gallerist and art critique, Harry Rouhet describes Fluxus as the most radical and experimental art movement of the 60s. Generating art forms that were new when Fluxus art created them. Intermedia. Okay. So it seems like it was everything.
Yeah.
There was a controversy.
So the metronomes involves winding. You know what I mean? It's very clocky, mechanical.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Which also feels Jasper-y, right?
What was the deal with?
Because it does sound like the ticking of clocks.
Yeah.
I mean, not that we've listened to it, but
metronomes, that's what they sound like.
Yeah.
Where is that again?
The bottom.
Oh, right.
Here.
That sounds rather Jasper-y to me.
All right. Let's take a look at one of these.
Yeah.
Georgi Ligeti.
Yeah.
Put this together. How are we going to
I prefer my Buckeye armchair, thank you. I'll pee on my Buckeye armchair, thank you very much.
Oh, do you need to go to the bathroom? Nah, I've got a Buckeye outside. Take it with me everywhere. I just can't wait. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's see if this works. I hope I don't blow out anybody's eardrums.
Okay.
Kristen, can you hit the USB through button? Remember that?
No, I'm sorry.
It's on the right-hand side next to that meter.
Yes, okay, gotcha.
Got it? Is it in?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
No, it's out now. It was in.
Push it in.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
All right. Oh.
Poème symphonique a été composé par George Ligeti en 1962. Nos
All right, just jump ahead. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, Raj.
Yeah.
Just jump ahead. Come on.
Yeah. That's cool. It's very weird. Huh.
Yeah, I mean,
That's so weird. Yeah, why don't I play this for
a bunch of our patients.
yeah. Driving me mad.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, I get the point.
Yeah. All right.
So,
By the way, now everybody knows that you were listening to You're Welcome from Moana.
listen, don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway.
Ow.
You okay?
Yeah. I was kicking my feet in delight. That's really what happened.
I see what's happening here.
Oh, God.
Whatever.
Yeah. Charles Goss keeps time. Jasper solved it. To me,
Jasper's Dr. Cortez.
he's got to be.
Where is Dr. Willa Cortez listed? I mean, it could also just be like a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Maybe Dr. Cortez was female.
Mm-hmm.
But the only way that people are talking about Dr. Cortez is by calling this person doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So when
if nobody's met Dr. Cortez, but they don't know the difference.
And Felix is like, There was some previous letter where the sheriff was like, Dr. Cortez is a hoot. You didn't tell me the doc had a sense of humor. And
So
Felix
much
is
fun.
like, this is weird. The Dr. Cortez
Like,
I
never
know
talks.
is not funny.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, that wasn't literally what it was, but it's
It was
like,
close. He was like, Dr. Cortez has never said more than like 2 words to me.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like, it could be a total, like maybe Dr. Cortez was female.
Yeah.
But
But like,
Jasper's just like, I don't care. I'm just taking an identity.
yeah, the sheriff had never met her before. What's the difference if he becomes a guy? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, Kristen. Exactly.
Huh. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that brings
is
us
good.
to the end of another Hunt-A-Killer
Yeah, I think
live
so.
stream.
Yeah. This is good. I wish it wasn't over.
I know. I always want it to just like keep rolling.
I know.
Because I want more answers.
Me too.
We'll be back in
I love mysteries.
about 1 month's time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
To dig into episode 4.
That's right.
Of Initiation. Go to huntakiller.com. Get your very own subscription box. This can show up on your doorstep every month.
Yes.
It is a terrifying experience.
Pretty awesome.
It is awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Kristen and I are going to be back in 2 weeks to do episode 3 of Empty Faces. That's literally 2 weeks from tonight, April 19th, 8 p.m., facebook.com/thehauntedSponge.
That's right.
Make sure you follow us online so that you can keep up to date with when we're going to be doing our live streams. I am at Haunted Sponge everywhere.
Yep. And I'm at Chillin Kristen everywhere.
You can also make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/talkbomb so that you can see all of these videos, ones that we've done in the past, the ones that we'll do in the future. If you subscribe, you can't miss out on a single one.
That's right.
Also, be sure to tune into Guide to the Unknown, our very funny horror podcast.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Every week we talk about monsters, urban legends, scary phenomena throughout the world. Check it out every Friday, every podcast app you can imagine.
That's right. And on YouTube. Don't forget that. That's also at youtube.com/talkbomb.
That's right. But once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for talking back, for helping us out.
Mommy's shocked at how good this broadcast was.
Yeah, I hit all those reaction buttons. I love it. I love seeing the little emoji emoticon things float by. Everybody just starts smashing reaction buttons.
Bam, bam, bam.
If you're watching on YouTube, just start smashing the subscribe button. And the thumbs up and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We'll see you in a future video.
Yeah.
But I think that is indeed it for us right now. We're kaput.
That's
Finished.
it. Finito. Done.
So until next time, happy hunting.